Hello, hello, hello. It's Tommy Thomas coming in for T-ster talk. Unfortunately, I got some breaking news that I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about right now. That it's affecting the country. Donald Trump assassination attempt. It's crazy right now, right? I mean, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my God, here we go again. What happened? Blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure it happened yesterday, but I didn't get the details all till this morning. But it's just sad, right? An attempt on somebody's life is never the right way to do. But it's listed as assassination because of somebody who's higher up in the position, obviously a president, and the former president Donald Trump. No one deserves that, right? I don't care who you are. This is just crazy. America, we got to do better than this, right? So all the facts are mostly just coming in now. The FBI has already identified the shooter who was 20 years old, and that's a shame, right? 20 years old, and he's up there trying to kill somebody. And, whether you agree with anybody or not, there's no cause for this, right? Violence is not the answer. It's just not. I mean, you can say it any way you want to. Whether you like Donald Trump, whether you like Biden, it doesn't really matter. This is just sad. Whoever is out there just doing that, just don't do this kind of stuff, okay? We just have to be better than this as a country. This is crazy. I mean, just the fact that he had a rally, and I believe it was in Pennsylvania. You have the Republican National Convention coming up to actually promote the nominee and to do the due diligence that goes forward for how you pick a nominee to go forward to being president. And all this goes down. The one thing that a lot of people were saying was, oh, well, maybe it was Biden's people. Maybe he was just trying to get him out of the way. Let's just cut the nonsense out, okay? Let's just cut it out. I'm not saying that other people who were involved that maybe vote for him or follow him, either one of these people, it's just no cause for it. I mean, I'm just being real. I mean, the fact that a 20-year-old or just went around, just decided I'm going to go ahead and do this, and we all know it's going to be copycats. That's just how it works, right? There's other people out there saying, oh, well, he didn't follow through on the deal, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure this happens, right? He got all this press, and he died for his cause. No, he didn't die for any cause. It's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be having an event like that where somebody can voice their opinion. If you don't agree with it, just don't go to the event. Don't pull for it. Don't show up. Don't do anything. It's sad. And now, retaliation, possibly what people think it's somebody else that's doing something to their, for their person that they're picking for and they're pulling for and they're going to vote for. Biden is going to be out there on the campaign train. Will somebody else do something to him? Will somebody then say, oh, well, what happened to my guy? Violence does not create another violent situation to make it right. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't like some things that people say. I don't like things that Biden has done. I don't like things that Trump has done. That don't mean anything. That don't mean you just go around and turn around shooting people. And whether you think that it's one side or the other, we all know it could be possibly somebody else outside of the United States doing this. I'm not going to say Putin. However, we know that if you can get the United States divided and doing different things, there are other people whose causes that affect their causes based on the United States presidency. And who knows whose hands involved in all this, right? You got all kind of countries out there that are aiming at us as Americans to divide us, so to make it the way it is so it can be easy for them. Now, I'm not going to sit here and name the countries that we have problems with because that doesn't matter. You all know who the countries are that could be possibly doing things for us. There are a lot of countries out there that are against our policies, against different things. I mean, we've done this before. I know the Russia war is going on. We got the Israeli thing going on with the Palestinians. Things are happening in Syria, all over the world, quite frankly. And I'm just saying it's out there. So for this to happen, like right now, it's just sad, right? People are all over the world talking about it. going, okay, who did this? Who's responsible? Well, it may not. It just ended with that kid. That kid might have just been the one that just got the tail end of it. Who else was with them? FBI are not saying currently right now because it's still open investigation. They want to make sure they get everything right. But that person who participated, according to them, allegedly, has been shot and killed. And his name is Thomas Matthew Crooks, and he was only 20 years old. Just think about that. His whole life ahead of him. I don't know his background, don't know his history, but it's shameful, right? We haven't had this kind of thing go on for a while, right? Now we're in the social media time. Now, back when Ronald Reagan got shot, he was actually president, and that went boom where it did, and we know how these happen. Nowadays, it's on social media. It's all over the world. Everybody knows it in a second, right? It went viral. And all I'm saying to people who are listening right now, this is shameful. I mean, it's just shameful that we have to do stuff like this, right? It ain't none of this, oh, he had it coming, oh, this and that. You can disagree with anybody all you want. You can have different policies, but we're Americans and we are better than this, okay? Better than this. This should not happen on any platform. Everybody has a right to voice their opinion. I'm not going to say who I vote for or don't vote for. It doesn't even matter. The fact is that it's the way the United States is set up from day one to do the process. And for somebody to try to take somebody else's life just because you don't agree with them, or you have a disagreement, you argue, or their policies are this, or they might do this, and there's fear of somebody doing something if they're in office or if they remain in office. Doesn't matter. You don't go do stuff like this, okay? So I just wanted to say that together we are strong. We have a lot of issues that we have to work on as a country that we haven't completed, and it's in the process. But to the point of when things like this happen, like 911, the country comes together when things like this happen. And I'm certainly hoping that we can all, as Americans, human beings, can come together for a common cause and rectify these kind of issues, because I'm afraid it's going to be a copycat again. Somebody else is going to go out there and try to do the same thing, or the other party's going to think, oh, well, you try to get my man, I'm going to try to get your man, and somebody could be insinuating a riot. We already had civil war. We already know that. We don't need any of that. Guns are a huge issue. They're on the streets. How did this kid get this gun? Obviously what they always say, well, we're the parents, right? They always come and say that at the end. But we need to have more answers to how this led up to this point. Anyway, if you have any comments about this situation, please hit me up and hit the subscribe button. And again, please pray for everybody in America and around the world. There's just too much violence going on, and we do not need it. Everybody, you have a good day. Thank you.